In the past decade, I've tasted thousands of wines, often alongside people who are brand new to wine. Some of these bottles have cost as much as $500, but what I've learned is that these 5 dirt cheap wines do a better job of getting people into wine than any of the others I've ever tasted. So why are these 5 dirt cheap wines so good at turning people into wine lovers? Surely more expensive bottles would be better, right? To answer that, let me take you back to a very specific moment in the past when my mother, who is not a wine person, had just taken a taste of the oldest wine I'd ever opened, a 30-year-old Bordeaux from the legendary Chateau Haut-Brion. Her eyes darted my way, growing wider and wider until she stuck out her tongue in pure disgust. It was like she had just sipped Robitussin out of fine crystal stemware. What I see now very clearly but failed to at the time is that she never had a chance of liking that wine. People who are new to wine are almost always put off by wines that are high in acid and tannin. And my God, is Haut-Brion a big, bold, acidic, and tannic wine. If you don't drink wine, it's like having your first beer be a double IPA or the first hot sauce you try being a ghost pepper sauce. You gotta work your way there, or else you're gonna have a bad time. So after watching my mother basically spit out the most expensive wine I'd ever purchased, I knew I needed a new approach to getting people into wine. Otherwise, I'd be drinking alone for the rest of my life. My goal was simple. I wanted to find the path of least resistance, something quick and cheap to get a person from not being into wine at all to being totally in. Through research, trial and error, the perfect 5-bottle system was born. The reason these 5 cheap wines are so good at getting people into wine is that they have smooth tannins and lower levels of acid, making them a lot more approachable. But the real party trick is that these wines don't lose complexity in the process. Typically, wines that are low in acid and tannin are just boring. They get ground down to nothing. It's just soft, easy to drink adult grape juice. But not these wines. They are exquisitely balanced. They are supple and approachable while also being vibrant and interesting. And that's what gets people into wine, when you finally taste the harmony of a wine in perfect balance. It's like nothing you've ever experienced before. So that brings me to point number 2. How cheap is dirt cheap? These 5 wines are so cheap yet so high quality that it's genuinely unclear how any of these wine producers are able to turn a profit. Before I reveal the price though, let's talk about the relationship between price and quality in winemaking. The truth is there's an incredibly strong correlation between price and quality, but only up to about $50 or so. In other words, there's a non-linear relationship between price and quality when purchasing wines. The reason for this is that in order to make great wine, there are a few things you have to do that are non-negotiable, and those things are pretty expensive. First, you need to cultivate and harvest high quality grapes by hand. Sure, you can use machines for this, and on average, a single mechanical harvester can do the work of about 50 to 70 people over the same time period, but this comes at the expense of quality, as industrialized farm equipment is not as effective as experienced vineyard management workers at identifying and removing underripe, overripe, and rotten grapes. This means bad, rotten grapes are making their way into the winemaking process. Imagine if I added just an ounce of moldy, completely rotten milk to your otherwise brand new carton. Would you want to drink it? It's hard to understate how significant the aging process is to the quality of wine. Both the type of vessel the wine is aged in, like an oak barrel versus a giant stainless steel vat, and the amount of time it stays in the vessel to age will effectively create the taste of the wine. Oak barrels can cost up to $1,500 a piece and only hold about 300 standard bottles of wine. That means just the barrel alone accounts for up to $5 of the cost of the wine. Meanwhile, cheap wines typically use industrial stainless steel vats that can be reused over and over and over again, and don't impart any flavor or character into the wine during the aging process. With all that background, you can understand then why it's so shocking that all 5 of these wines, gorgeous, harmonious wines that can actually get people into wine, all cost less than $10. Or in other words, they're dirt cheap. But there's one very important thing for you to keep in mind. These wines will only convert you into a wine lover if you try them in the exact order I reveal them. I can't underscore this enough. This isn't a willy-nilly tasting. These wines are a proven system to help people get into wine. And the reason why this works so well will actually make you more knowledgeable than about 99% of all wine drinkers, but I'll explain that after we've tasted the wines. Are you ready? Let's get to boozing.
Let's get boozing.
Let's get to boozing. Let's get to boozing. We're about to embark on the journey to get into wine. This is the path that takes non-wine people and helps them become wine people. And honestly, it all starts here. So without further ado, I'd love to reveal to you the very first wine on our journey. It is Nobilis Vinho Verde. Vinho Verde is a wine that you may not be familiar with. It's a Portuguese wine. It's perfectly suited and tailored for beginner wine drinkers. It helps people who are new to wine kind of get over that hurdle. And I really feel like if you find yourself not into wine, this is the perfect way to start. So let's open this thing up and give it a taste. Man, this wine tastes like joy. It is so pretty and fun and light and effervescent, and it just is, it's sweet, but in no way is it cloying. It has no harshness, it has no astringency, and it has no medicinal bitterness. It's just tasty. And if you aren't into wine, I promise you, there isn't a person on earth who is not gonna enjoy a glass of this wine. It's so easy to drink, it's beautiful, it's awesome, and I freaking love it. Every person I've ever met that has had the opportunity to drink a glass of this has said the same thing. All right, up next on our journey, we have something incredibly special. It's a wine from Italy. Sit down, you might not be expecting this. It's a sparkling red wine called Lambrusco. What makes Lambrusco so special? Why would we want to look at Lambrusco next after we've had Vinho Verde? Because they do the perfect job of ever so slightly ramping up the acid and the tannins compared to the Vinho Verde. What's really special about these wines from Quercioli is that they come in two variants. All right, I'm gonna open these two bad boys. Woo! Mazel tov! Wow, look at how beautiful that is. Holy shit. All right, here we go. Here we go! Whoa! How many beverages announce their presence? All right, I am so excited to try this and give this a rating. Man, that is honestly divine. It's really tasty. It's actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little bit worse than this one. There is no mistake, you're in wine territory now. You've taken the big step, like you're in it. You're joining the wine people club. You're gonna be a weirdo like me, or I guess they call us winos. You're gonna be an absolute booze hound in no time. God, I'm so proud of you. Oh, I'm not gonna be drinking alone anymore. Yeah! All right, you are well on your way to being a booze hound just like me, but we've got more. We're not done yet. We're not even close. I know you've tasted red wine now, and I'm so proud of you. We're not ready yet to go full bore red wine. We need to take a firm, solid step into proper fine wine, still wine. This is one of Costco's strongest offerings. It is a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, specifically the Marlborough region. It's one of the easiest wines to taste, and that's why we're going there next. And that's why you're gonna love it. That's why after having just had two sparkling wines that kind of were like training wheels, they kind of helped you get going, this is gonna be awesome. Like you've worked your way here. You're gonna have real wine. All right, my almost wine people, let's crack this bad boy open and give it a taste. Man, this wine wakes you up. It has just bright acid. Now it's not overwhelming acid. It's bright, it's zippy. It is like making my mouth come alive. I want to drink more of it. But I would argue that that's what makes it a perfect wine to get you into wine. That's something you want to discover later. It's what you're working towards. And this comes across as simple, straightforward, and it is unabashedly and without any mistaking it, white wine. And so you're in, you've done it. Like you're now into wine. You are in there fully. This is awesome. I'm not drinking alone as much, yay! All right, my booze hounds, we are almost there. You've gone so far. You've had sparkling wines, you've had real white wine, and now you're taking a full-blown leap into proper red wine. Right here, we have a Spanish Tempranillo wine. And I have to say, I have to applaud myself for this. This is a very atypical recommendation at this stage in the game. So why this? It seems like a big jump, Dustin. Like we just were doing white wines. We were having a good time. We were enjoying this light, zesty white wine, and then bam, red wine, big jump. I know, but this is the perfect red wine. I'm so excited to open it. Oh my God. That smells fantastic. That is amazing. Holy shit. Oh man, that is absolutely proper delicious red wine. It is rich and dark and fucking good. All right, my booze hounds, are y'all ready? Because we are officially about to leave the land of screw tops and head to our final wine. And by the end of it, we're all officially gonna be drinking buddies. I truly cannot wait. Oh my goodness, I am so proud of you. You are there. You're at the gates. You're at the final step. You're home. Yeah, this is really exciting. This is, without any doubt, a full, proper red wine. The only thing that was really missing from the previous wine, like why were we not in full-blown red wine territory? Well, this is a bit more acidic, a bit more tannic. It is right on par with some of the most acidic and tannic wines that you can find. This wine, this is a Malbec wine from Argentina. It originated from France, and it's one of the original 6 grapes that go into the legendary Bordeaux wine. Let's open this bad boy. And also, we get to use a corkscrew. We're no longer in the screw top land. This is great. Oh man, that is really, really very good. Like, that is exactly what red wine tastes like. Easy to drink, approachable, balanced. It has something interesting going on. You're constantly questioning, like, what is that thing? For me, it's raspberries. It's this like beautiful little beeline of raspberries that are just like chuckling in the corner, like raspberries. But this has more concentration, and that's critical because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a little bit easier to drink the protocol. You are there. Like, we've done it. We are now wine people, all of us. I mean, I've been one. I've been a booze hound for a while, but you're now a booze hound too. This is a magnificent day. I don't have to drink alone anymore. Yes! So why are these wines so successful at getting people into wine, but only if they're tasted in exactly this order? Because high quality fine wine is very acidic and tannic. This is a weird thing for people new to wine. Their taste buds have never really experienced a liquid with those properties. So the body kind of freaks out and rejects it, which is basically what happened to my mother, right? What makes these wines so special is that the first one is very low in acid and tannin, so it's super approachable. Like, nobody's gonna freak out and reject this one. It's just delicious little bubbles. But as you go along, these wines very gradually increase in tannin and acid until you find yourself drinking an absolutely proper high acid, high tannin wine. But you can't skip any of the steps in between or it'll be too big of a gap and you might end up with that yuck face still going on. But none of this video is gonna help you out in the real world. After you've tasted these 5 magical wines, you might be in a worse place, wanting to get your hands on great wine, but not knowing how. That's why I recommend you check out this video on how to order wine at a restaurant. It's the most requested video topic I've ever received, and it'll help you learn how to enjoy being a wine lover out in the real world. Okay, but also if you found this video helpful, you should totally consider clicking like and subscribe. No pressure or anything, but just like consider it. It'd be really nice, it'd be very helpful. Also, one more thing, there's like affiliate marketing links at the bottom. You can buy all this stuff, it's really, really helpful. Like, all of it helps, I promise you, really helps. Oh, one more thing! Okay, so if you haven't tried it yet, go to wineguydustin.com. I have a newsletter. I give away all of this wine, that unused wine. And so please, if you're interested in that, I send reviews. It's like a no commitment thing. It's totally free. Just hop on, wineguydustin.com. Okay, one more thing. My amazing wife, she made this children's book. It's called Marie and the Magic Plate. It helps kids learn about healthy eating habits. And if it's at all interesting to you or you need to give a gift to a kid or something, please check it out. The link's in the description. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all. All right, give me compliments in the compliments. Please, I live for them.